everyone and welcome to the BMW 2 Series Active Tourer. Not to be confused with the 2 Series Coupe, this super practical family car is one of the hidden gems in BMW's lineup.
No, it's not particularly sporty, and there's unlikely to be an M Division performance version, but one thing you can say about this car is that it is extremely fit for purpose. It's also quite unique, with the only true rival to this premium MPV being the Mercedes-Benz B-Class.
Question is, would this car suit you more than a regular hatchback or small SUV? I'm Hope Ellen and this is another Parker's Cars review.
Before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on so you get a reminder every time we publish a new video. At the time of filming, the 2 Series Active Tourer is available with a regular diesel engine, as well as petrol mild hybrid and 2 petrol plug-in hybrid variants.
Now there's plenty of controversy about the exterior styling of BMWs at the moment, but their cabins are some of the best around. I'm sitting in a mid-spec luxury model at the moment, and I definitely like what I see. Ingress and egress is super easy thanks to the raised driving position. And once you're in, the design is clean and spacious. What's more, I've got loads of adjustment in the driving position, so it's super easy to get comfortable. Disappointingly though, lumbar adjustment is optional on all models, and I'm a little tight on visibility thanks to the sharp angle of these windscreen pillars. Also attracting my attention is the absence of physical buttons. I'm trying to look for them, but I can't see them. Great for design, less good for usability, especially as you have to use the touchscreen to adjust the temperature. However, the good news is that the screens in this car are superb, which is useful since they dominate the cabin so heavily. The main infotainment display is 10.7 inches across, while the digital dash is 10.25 inches. On both, the graphics are bright and absolutely pin sharp, while there's plenty of functionality available through the main infotainment screen. That does mean it takes you a while to work out all the menus, but once you're familiar, everything is a doddle to use. Note, however, that the 2 Series Active Tourer doesn't have a rotary control dial on the centre console, so you need to control the infotainment via voice control or the touchscreen. A nifty little head-up display is also available, but note that it's one of the cheaper versions where it displays on a piece of clear plastic rather than the windscreen itself. Finally, I've got to give a nod to the quality in here, as while it is possible to find some cheaper materials if you look really close, the overall feel is very impressive. What's more, storage is everything you'd want from a family car, as in addition to the usual cubby holes and pockets, you've also got this massive space under the floating central armrest and ahead of the cup holders. Super handy.
The 2 Series Active Tourer is available with a simple range of 3 trim levels, going from Sport to Luxury to top spec M Sport. All models come with an automatic rear tailgate, parking assistant, the 2 large display screens and BMW Connected Package Pro, comprising of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay functionality, BMW Maps, connected parking and real-time traffic information.
Just like with the front, it's super easy climbing into the back of the 2 Series Active Tourer, thanks to the wide opening doors and raised heights. Handy for those with restricted mobility or installing child seats onto the 2 outer rear seats where there's standard fit ISOFIX points. You can also do that in the front too. Once you're in, you'll find it's nice and spacious in here, with enough room for 2 or 3 adults. The latter best kept for short journeys only, thanks to this central tunnel robbing a little bit of foot space. What I also like is you can slide the rear seats forwards and backwards in a 60-40 split, allowing you to prioritise legroom or boot space.
Okay, so this car's luggage capacity depends a lot on which model you go for. The diesel version gets the biggest boot at 470 litres, while mild hybrid and plug-in hybrid variants see this reduces to 415 litres and 406 litres respectively. Either way, you're getting a nice flat load bay with 40-20-40 split folding rear seats as standard. What's more, an electronic tailgate is fitted as standard and really helps out when you have your hands full.
In a moment, we're going to take the BMW 2 Series Active Tourer out on the road. But first, let's see how family friendly it really is with a usability test in the form of Hope's Car Olympics. Now, against the time, I've got to fold down the rear seats so they're flat, tune in the radio to Absolute FM and set the sat-nav to take me to Buckingham Palace. I'm ready, but are you ready? Okay, so we're going to start in the back. So I know how to slide the seats, but do I know how to fold them? Oh, there's a little catch here. Okay, that's one. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Right, fold. Whoa! Right, going to the front. That was not the easiest folding down in the world. Going to the front, we're going to go on this fancy infotainment system. Media. I love an alphabetical list. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. Absolute radio. Why is it not turning up? That's quite clever. They've made it so if you touch it quickly, it doesn't work, which I suppose if you knock into it would be a really good thing. So do that slowly. Nav, there's a shortcut there. Destination input, search. Come on, Buckingham. Oh, I like the haptic feedback. Palace. Okay. Would take some getting used to, I suppose. Searching. Buckingham Palace, 73 miles away. Go.
Please follow the directional info on the display.
Thank you, lady.
Please go straight on and then immediately turn right.
1 hour.
Please follow the directional info on the display.
She's been rude, isn't she?
When leaving, please go straight on and then immediately turn right.
Okay, great. 2 hours, 13 minutes to get to Buckingham Palace. And that is it. I'm...
The expected drive time
Okay.
is 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Okay, she's going to keep...
Please follow the directional info on the display. When leaving, please go straight on and then immediately turn right.
Right, let's just turn her off. There we go, there we go. Now I can talk. I'm feeling quite stressed after that, but I think a bit of it may have been error on my part. Folding down the rear seats, I can tell why BMW have done the kind of the 40-40-20 split because of flexibility, but actually it made folding down the seats really difficult, so I would have rathered a 40-60 split. This is a nice little touch, but not so good when you're panicking and trying to move it quickly. Overall, I felt that wasn't too bad. What do you think? Let's now go and take this car for a drive. Now, as you may know, BMWs have a great reputation for the way they drive. And despite this not being the sportiest model on the market, it still doesn't disappoint. Steering is direct and precise, while there's very little body roll going into corners for a car of this size and height. In fact, things are even better if you go for an M Sport model that comes with M Adaptive suspension as standard, as it allows you to firm up the dampers at the flick of a switch and enjoy what really is a surprisingly fun car to drive. As for comfort, the M Sport model comes with larger wheels, but this is handily offset by the aforementioned M Adaptive suspension. That delivers the best all-round ride quality in its comfort setting. Cars with standard suspension, meanwhile, such as the one we have here, are smooth on A roads and motorways, but can feel jiggly and unsettled at lower speeds, as well as emitting more tyre noise than you might expect.
The engine in this particular 2 Series Active Tourer is the entry-level 220i petrol. It's a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged unit that delivers 170 horsepower and a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of just over 8 seconds, which is pretty good. Also, the mild hybrid element means it's nice and responsive, especially when driving around town.
Honestly, if you're worried about how a 3-cylinder engine will behave in a car this size, then don't, because it feels plenty powerful enough. I'm also a fan of this automatic gearbox. It's a cut above what most rivals can offer and behaves exactly as you want it to, delivering super smooth, well-timed changes.
A brace of plug-in hybrid models are available, both with all-wheel drive, and can deliver up to 55 miles on electric power alone. Just make sure that you've got somewhere to charge the batteries. Otherwise, you could end up with a car that's less efficient than the diesel and mild hybrid equivalents.
Now you've had a feel of what the BMW 2 Series Active Tourer can offer you, maybe you're considering buying yourself one. Well, there are a few different versions, so let me talk you through my top recommendations. For the cheapest model, you want the 220i Sport. If you are a company car user, then go for the luxury spec 225e or 230e. And if you want the performance model, go for the M Sport 230e with a combined power output of 326 horsepower.
It may not be the most obvious port of call for an MPV family car, but BMW has made an excellent showing with the 2 Series Active Tourer. Not only does it carry over that premium car feel from other models in the range, but there's also plenty of practicality and technology on offer.
Do you know, I think the 2 Series Active Tourer has probably suffered from the fact that it's the most un-BMW BMW in the range. But for a company that's made its name with sports coupes and saloons, this car is really rather good, especially if you want an MPV family bus that just feels that bit more plush than the rest.